What's happening, y'all? Showman Flex back at it again with another video, another dope topic. We're gonna get into it. Most women really don't care about height. Okay? Most women really don't care about height. We're gonna get into that video. Alright. Before we do though, shout out to all the subscribers, new and old, the recurring ones. Thank y'all so much for keeping this channel going. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see new videos that I post and you get notified when I post them, right? But let's get into it, man. A lot of women really don't care about height. Okay. Now, this coming from somebody that I'm 5'9". You know, I say 5'9", 5'10" because I'm like around that. I'm like 5'9 and a half, no shoes. So I just say whatever, I round up, right? But you ain't gonna never hear me say I'm 6 feet. Like that ain't. A lot of dudes do that. A lot of dudes do that shit all the time, be lying on their height, and it's like, yo, stop lying on your height. Like, women are gonna see. You're gonna meet them, you're gonna meet this woman and you telling them you 6 feet and you really not. And that's the thing, like, y'all care way too much about height. Yes, on social media, you see a lot of women that will say they like a taller dude, or you see the Pop the Balloon show. That was popular. That back when that was real popular. I ain't seen them shows in a while, but you always see like women will pop the dude balloon because he ain't 6 feet. But when you really go out in the world, in the wild, and you touch grass, you learn that height really isn't that important. It's really not that much of a deal breaker. Like, and again, am I saying, you know, women don't care about height? All women don't care? No, I'm not saying that. But when you go out in the real world, you will see it doesn't matter. Specifically, if you are a type of dude that owns the fact that you are not tall, you don't give a fuck that you're not tall, you don't make it an issue that you're not tall, you don't even like, you are so confident that you don't even, you don't care. Like, you know what I mean? So therefore, she's not gonna care. If you don't care about the fact that you're not tall, she's not gonna care, right? I met and know a good bit of dudes that are 5'7". Them be the biggest players. Them be the ones that got the most women. They get the most women with ease. Like, because they got the most confidence. They always really had the most confidence. Shorter dudes always have the most confidence. And like I said, I'm considered average height, but some women kind of consider me on the shorter side, you know, because they like, you know, like they like my height, or, you know, 5'9", 5'10", and they kind of consider me on the shorter side. But also, I've dealt with them. I was dating them. They ain't care that I won't tall. Like, and that's what a lot of men fuck up at. Like, they let their insecurities get the best of them. And when a woman sees that you have insecurities, when a woman sees that you are insecure about your height, that's going to turn her off. She's not going to be into you. You know what I mean? You never really want a woman to see how insecure you are about that. You got to just own that. You can't control you cannot control your height. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the same as like going bald or being bald. Like, you got to be confident and own that, right? Like, you got to be confident and own it. And when you own it, it's not going to be an issue. They're not even really going to care about it. Like I said, I know the most dudes I know that are players, man, they really be my height or shorter. And they be very confident and very like headstrong and very like charismatic. They have a certain type of aura about them that attracts women to them. So women ain't even really pressed about their height. I think a lot of times, especially with social media nowadays, it's in your face, and you see a specific group of women talk about the fact that they want taller men and downplay, you know, shorter men, that you just think that that's all women want is a taller dude. Every woman in the world wants a taller dude. Is it more attractive to women? Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, like a taller dude is attractive to women because they kind of see it as a protection type of thing, like even a masculine type of thing, right? So they can't help but be attracted to it. Like they can't help but be attracted to a dude that's got a nice body, a dope physique, broad shoulders, you know, a nice back, a nice chest. They can't help that. That's just what a lot of women are naturally into, but that's not objectively the only thing that they're attracted to. See what I'm saying? Two things can be true, right? Yes, height matters, but also it doesn't. It depends on the person. Like, so especially again, when you are very confident, but you have to go out and touch grass. You know what I mean? Like even on dating sites, like, and I don't use dating sites anymore, but I used to back when I did use them, and when I was not confident in myself, when I used to not be confident in myself because I thought you needed to be tall, you know, like I used to miss out on women because they were like 5'8", 5'9", and I would think that they would want me because I'm not 6 feet. But then you start to realize, like, yo, and I started to realize that a lot of these women really don't be caring about height, especially them taller women. Because they know they tall. And they know that the average height for a man is like 5'9", 5'8", I think, 5'9", whatever, one of them. Right? So, like, and that's something that you cannot control. Stop focusing on things as a man that you can't control. You cannot. Height is one of those things that you just cannot control. I see a lot of dudes that, you know, they be wearing these like shoes, and I kind of think it's kind of cool, but they'll wear these heightened shoes. I guess they kind of became probably like 3-inch shoes. But once you take them off, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of men really have to be more confident in themselves. Focus on things you can control. Focus on your body. Focus on your skincare. Focus on, you know, getting your beard trimmed or growing out your beard. You know what I mean? Focus on your personality, your charisma, your aura, right? Aura is a very big part of attractiveness that women find attractive in a man. Trust me, right? Focus on becoming an interesting person, right? Develop hobbies, develop skills, social skills, talking to women, right? Actually going out in the wild and touching grass. A lot of y'all don't do that, right? And y'all think about things that like you cannot really control, and height being one of them, right? And you think that it's only a certain type of thing that women like. They like a sharp jawline, an attractive face, money and status, and you got to be tall, right? If that's the case, then why do you be seeing all these dudes that don't look like they got much money? They ain't tall. They're like 5'7", 5'8". Okay. Hell, look like the woman paying for their shit and driving them around. They look, shorty driving them around. He's sitting in the passenger seat and she all up on the dude. Like, why is that? How come if that's the case, how come a lot of these dudes be getting women pregnant and they be like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". See, y'all gotta be out and y'all gotta really go out in the world, touch grass and be in the trenches. A lot of y'all have a mentality through social media. And again, like I said, you know, social media is it's so much social media out there that's always in your face, and it shows you this and that every time. Especially the Pop the Balloon show. The Pop the Balloon show is probably the biggest thing that's shown that women like taller men, right? Because a dude will, and for people who are not familiar with Pop the Balloon show, basically it's a dating show. Everybody got a red balloon. All the women are lined up, You know what I mean? They single, they got their red balloon, and they have a needle in their other hand to pop the balloon. If they see a dude come in that they don't find attractive, they're gonna pop the balloon. They're not interested, right? And you'll see these shorter dudes, they don't look tall, whatever like that. They walk in, a bunch of women popping the balloon. And the host of the show, she'll ask the question, put the mic to their face and be like, so why did you pop your balloon with him? And then a lot of times they say the height. They say the height. So I ain't gonna act like this ain't real. Yeah, a lot of women like taller dudes on that show. But honestly, then you had sometimes later on in the show when they heard the dude talk, or they seen how he carried himself, or he knew how to handle rejection very well. He had a certain type of swag, demeanor. He ain't trip out. And they look, I would see sometime where dudes were shorter and they ain't trip out. They ain't disrespect a woman. They ain't call a woman fat, ugly, all that. They ain't doing none of that because they sovereign and they strong-minded and they confident in their masculinity. And their masculinity, so they don't care about that. They be like, all good, baby, whatever. You got your preference, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, they'll answer like that, and then a shorty, she'll be like, you know what? Can I get my balloon back for him? I like him. But you know what that is? That's a sign of confidence. They like that type of aura. That he don't give a fuck. He not gonna get like, you know, he not gonna be in his feminine energy and get all angry with her and combative and mean because she came at him. He don't give a fuck. He probably pulled other women after the show. He probably like, oh, well, that ain't shit. Other women like it, but all right, it ain't your thing. I know other women that would like it. It ain't no thing, whatever. Like, you have to understand that. And that's another thing. That's kind of the abundance mindset. You know what I mean? That's the abundance mindset, and having the confidence that you ain't gonna lose your shit over a woman rejecting you because of your height. And listen, it's easier said than done because every man been through that. I've been through that. Like I said, you know, I ain't never really get disrespectful with a woman, you know, but at the same time, like, every man gotta, you know, as a dude that's not tall myself, every man gotta face that and grow and develop. That take time, but the way to develop in that confidence and not caring about the fact that you're not 6 feet is understanding that there are women that don't give a fuck about the fact that you're not 6 feet. There are a lot of women. Just like me being bald or you being bald, there are a lot of women that like bald men. They don't care that you don't have hair. Stop focusing on the women that don't like you. And this is to my last video about deal with women who have high interest in you. Stop focusing on women that don't want you, that's not interested in you. You're not their type. Focus on the women that you are their type. So again, yes, a lot of women don't care about height. It doesn't matter to them. Understand that, right? But that's it for today's video. I hope this helps somebody. Like I always say, you know, I do these videos to help and motivate and encourage people. You know what I mean? And men. And so, you know, I want to continue to provide that space for y'all. You know what I mean? And women too. I'm gonna do videos for women as well. But, you know, I'm always gonna be, you know, and strive to give a safe space for people to learn, to grow, to develop. Again, it's your man Flex. Shout out to all the subscribers. Make sure to click that subscribe button below if you want to see more videos like this. And welcome to the channel. Click that like button if you can, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. You know what I mean? Give your comments below. Thank y'all so much. All the love. Again, I'm Flex. I'm out. Peace.